Illinois shake things up in the Big Ten? That's on today's Locked On Big Ten Squad.
You're talking ball with the Big Ten Squad. From USC to Ohio State, from Michigan to Oregon, from Nebraska to Washington, it's the local experts of the Locked On Podcast Network bringing you scoops, breakdowns, and the most comprehensive preview of the upcoming Big Ten weekend. No hurt feelings and thin skin allowed. Squad up, you're part of the Big Ten Squad.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to this week's Locked On Big Ten Squad. I'm your host, Spencer McLaughlin, neutral arbiter of all things college football. Trent Condon of Locked On Hawkeyes has to go, so before I introduce everybody else, we started this a little late. Trent, give me your thoughts on the new 5-5 eligibility rule likely to be the law of the land in college football.
Yeah, I absolutely love it because I've been complaining about this for about the past decade. And certainly when the ridiculous 4-game, you can still redshirt rule went in for football, it felt like it was inevitable that it was going here. Get away from the waiver process. No more sick uncle, any of those kind of things. 5 for 5. It is the right thing to do. It is one of the few things that the NCAA feels like they actually got right.
That is a seasoned veteran take right there. Look, it got it in under the bell, just like that. So Trent's got a roll. Jacob Goins of Locked On Hoosiers is here. Isaiah Hole, Locked On Wolverines. Ryan Herrings of Locked On Badgers. And Jay Stevens of Locked On Buckeyes as well. Goins,
Welcome
you're
back,
in.
Spencer. Welcome back.
Thank you. It is great.
Yeah.
It is great. It is great to be back. Order has been restored.
I
here
can't
at the
believe
Big
you
Ten
did
Squad.
Come back. The trip you took and the places you went, I just figured you'd stay. But
I know there was a small temptation, but I got to tell you, I missed air conditioning and good water, man. By the end of it, I saw that heat wave coming. I said, I don't need to stay over here. No AC?
God, they really don't have air conditioning?
I know, dude. Of all the things the Europeans on the internet are amazed at America about, I'm surprised AC hasn't come up more often. You know, they're impressed with things like Buc-ee's and free refills and like all this stuff. Like, I can't believe Waffle House is amazing. It's just incredible. And I'm like, have you been to a college football game yet? Clearly, you haven't. But soon, Jacob, we may very well have some semblance of steady rule-following procedures for everyone to adhere to. I'm sure a few people will try and challenge this, but overall, I feel like this is one of those things that everybody actually thinks is a good idea.
I have a feeling on this call, everybody will be in agreement that 5-5 is the way to go. And, you know, there are some people who are making complaints and raising, you know, a little bit of stink about it because as Trent said on the way out, it's like, yeah, but what if I have a sick relative or what if I tear my ACL in fall practice? And it's like, well, that's called life. I don't know what to tell you. The NCAA has been pushed around for so long. They finally decided to put in some guidelines, to put in basically an order of this is how it is, no matter what. Everybody fits into this system, and I think it's the way to go.
You're like Dolores Umbridge out there. They will have order. Did anybody get that reference?
Nope.
Isaiah, at least a little? Okay, cool. You guys are all too cool for Harry Potter or whatever. Anyway, Craig, we're moving in the right direction, right?
We are. By the way, I'd like to introduce myself to the new host of the Locked On Big Ten Squad, Spencer. My name is Craig Sheeman. It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Craig. Why are you so much older than everybody else that's here?
How come I was just born a lot earlier than all of you guys.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Facts. You
by the way,
can't argue that.
I'm still Ryan from 2 weeks ago wearing the Badger hat, still going viral on my channel. So kudos to you.
Let's go.
That's fantastic.
Yes, there are a lot of things that are debatable, but the 5-5, spot on. Got to do it. No confusion with redshirting. All that's gone. No more 8-year seniors who are 27 years old playing college football. This is one thing I think that everybody can agree with. The 5-5 format is the way to go moving forward. Some kids should feel lucky. Hey, get to play 5 years of college ball instead of the usual 4. Some usually don't get on the field the freshman year. I think it'll work out pretty well for everybody.
Ryan, is it as agreeable as this will be Luke Fickell's last season in Madison?
Negative. No, we were bouncing back this year. We did our win total. Remember, we all went over. You
That's
were
true.
with me, Spence.
I know.
You were with me.
I know, but I had to come on here and start taking jabs. How else could I
No,
reintroduce
no,
myself
we're-
as host of the squad?
For the third year in a row, I'm taking the over. We're gonna nail it though.
Third time's the charm.
I love this, and one of the points I made was you guys weren't there, but my middle school dance, it was super awkward. Right? Super awkward, which is like similar to the red shirt dance. We do
You sure none of us were there?
Did you get kidnapped in that one too, or
I don't think any of you almost.
I'm too old to have been there myself.
You could have chaperoned it. I'm not sure. Like it was super awkward though. Like it's a little in, out. Am I gonna dance? No, cool, right? I'll just stay to the sideline. No, I'm gonna jump in now. No. That's the red shirt dance we've been doing the last couple years. It's like, is this guy good enough to play? Yes, but no. We want to hold him, but 4 games. Oh no, we need him, but we can't play him. Let's hold off for a game. Then you don't need him. It's a super awkward middle school antiquated dance that we no longer need. College players come in more ready to play than ever. They have trainers. They know how to lift weights. They've been on programs since they're 13 with psycho dads. It's all good. They don't need to redshirt anymore. This allows players that are ready to play right away. It allows teams to not have to do this super weird middle school dance of we're going to play them, but no, but yes, but maybe 4 games, sure. And in basketball, you can't do it at all. It's ridiculous. So this is an awesome rule.
There was a discussion at one point. Whoa.
wow, what was that?
What was that?
Was that on your end, Spencer?
I don't think
I
so.
don't see anything. What are we even talking about?
There
It was
was,
like a major echo. It was
but
like,
it was thunderous and authautoritative, like I
that's
was
the last
speaking
thing
from the
Spencer
Iron
Russell
Throne.
needs is a thunderous boom coming out of his microphone. That's the last thing that dude needs. Oh my gosh.
That was off-putting, but in like a very kind of intimidating way. It's like when you hear Darth Vader breathing. I'm gonna get like 7
I
more
got
movie
that
references
reference.
in the
That's Star
show.
Wars.
Oh, there we go. Woo! Oh, that a boy. I don't even remember the point that I was gonna make.
Jay Stevens, your favorite middle school dance memory was?
Well, that was a long time ago. I don't remember many things from those dances back then.
You went to those?
Oh,
A couple of them, yeah.
I was not that brave.
You didn't go.
In middle school?
Jay and I were the only ones that could get dates. You two were just walking while I was sitting in the back corner.
That is true. I couldn't get a date until high school, but I really wish I remembered.
You guys were dating?
It's like that meme. It's great. You guys getting paid?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I thought of too.
Gone off the rails. This is gone off the rails.
That's a great right. But is there any way for the squad show to actually go than to just
No.
get completely off the
our
rails?
bosses were going to be super proud. Do you know how fast we got into content this episode? Trent started talking within the first 15 seconds. Like,
I
that
know.
was incredible. It was
I know.
Wait a minute. Trent was here. I joined 2 minutes in.
Yeah, you missed Trent.
Yeah.
You missed Trent. So Trent said, I've only got until 8 minutes past the top of the hour. We didn't start until the 6-minute mark. We've got a 45-minute intro that we listen to every show that we got to get through. And so then I look down and it's 7 minutes after the hour and I'm like, Trent has a hard out. And so before I introduce everybody, I just go, Trent, give me your thoughts on the 5 and 5. And then he does it, and then he locked off, and then you hopped on like 90 seconds later.
He's like, hi, I've got softball practice later.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it.
That was pretty much it. Jay and Isaiah, would you like to share your favorite middle school dance memory?
Isaiah, it's your turn.
No, I don't have a middle school. I went to very small Christian schools that I think thought dancing was. I mean, you've seen Footloose. No, you probably haven't seen Footloose.
I was gonna say. Oh, I didn't think they were. Big on the dancing over there. Oh wow, someone made an image for the last squad of Minnesota's schedule. I should have done that. Is that you, Goins?
Of course it was me. That's what happens when you leave and I take over.
Good ideas come into the chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
look how
dang
cool
it! This
that
is
is.
phenomenal.
I know. I even said I made it by hand. It took me hours to do. Like
hours. You typed it in as a prompt and it spit it out in 10 seconds.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, certainly,
Off the rails.
certainly not. We'll get back on the rails, and we'll talk about whether Illinois is going to do what they failed to do last year. Unfortunately, Sonny Verma of Locked On Illini is not here, but we are going to talk about his team anyway, whether he likes it or not. And if he's upset with that, maybe he should show up for work sometime. See, that one had the sound, and I like the sound. I love the sound, just like I love Odoo, of course, and you will as well. Because, look, running a business is not something that you want to be all over the place, disconjointed, discombobulated. You're using a bunch of different systems in order to run your business. You got one thing for marketing over here. You got one thing for accounting over there. You got one thing for something else over there. I've never actually run a business before, but if I did, I would check out Odoo because I want those platforms to talk to one another. And you got another one for HR, which is probably a very underutilized aspect of this particular company, as you can see. But if you want all those services working on the same page, that's where Odoo comes in. Odoo is an all-in-one business management software that brings every part of your business together in one powerful platform. From sales and accounting to inventory and marketing, everything works in one place, helping your team move faster, stay organized, and focus on growing the business instead of managing software. The best organizations know that success isn't just about talent, it's about having everyone working toward the same goal. And that's true in sports, just like it is in business. You want to be streamlined, you want to be working together, you want things to be simple and efficient. Great organizations win because operations matter. That's why you should get Odoo. Try for free today at odoo.com/lockedon. That's odoo.com/lockedon, odoo.com/lockedon. That's the place to go. Check out Odoo at odoo.com/lockedon. Do you guys have the sound all the time on those 10-year transitions? Because 10 years of the Locked On Podcast Network, of course. Do you have them?
Yeah. Yes.
So I had them.
The squad ones. I think just on these.
I had them, and then they went away, and I like them. They're fun. They're funky.
It's snappy.
They added, snappy. They had a little moxie, little pizzazz, little juice. Kind of like what Illinois is trying to do in the 2026 season. Spice it up a little bit, you know? Nice. Thank you, Isaiah. That was a seamless transition. So our friends at FanDuel have got Illinois' win total at 7.5. Now, when you lose a player of Luke Altmyer's caliber at a program like Illinois,
he wasn't
a stereotypical national talking head like myself would automatically look at the Illini and say, psh, pullback year, regression to the mean, not real, not any good. But then you get a scheduling break like the one the Illini got, and I tell you what, Jacob Goins, for those on audio, the schedule goes like this. UAB, Duke, Southern Illinois, all at home. They go at Ohio State, they host Purdue, at Michigan State, a bye before they play Oregon, go at Maryland, host Nebraska, go at UCLA, host Iowa, and then go at Northwestern. I have seen far more difficult schedules than this one for Illinois. So 7.5. Where are you feeling on the Illini? Flush out the thoughts of the team that I might have picked to beat Indiana last year.
Yeah, you want to know what happened in the result of that game? It's the photo behind me. That was the historical beatdown that Indiana handed out when pretty much everybody realized, okay, the Hoosiers were for real. Look, 7.5 is not crazy, right? That's not an unattainable win total. And you start looking at the schedule as you just read out, they should start 3-0. I think they can beat. I'm looking at games they can win. I think they beat Purdue. I think they can beat one of Maryland or UCLA on the road. That's 5. They'll beat Northwestern on the road. That's 6. Now you're talking about trying to find 2 more wins with Ohio State, Michigan State, Oregon, and Iowa. And Nebraska in there too. I don't know. They get some of their tougher games at home. Going on the road to Ohio State, don't worry about that one. But hosting Nebraska, hosting Iowa, I'm going to say they get 7. I think they go just under their 7.5. I'll say they go 7-5 this year. I don't trust them in some of those 50-50 games on the schedule.
They are tough. They have struggled to really level up and beat, the Wisconsins of the world. the cream of the crop.
You struggled with that last year. You are not incorrect. One of four teams that struggled with that task last year.
This is true. This is very true. Craig, you look at the Big Ten as a whole. But before I press you on taking the over/under of 7.5, why do you think Illinois has been able to be good but hasn't leveled up to be great?
Well, I think Bret Bielema puts a premium on his line of scrimmage guys, and that's just fundamental, right? If you get good in the trenches, you can probably fight for a 500 schedule and then add a couple of wins. I mean, he's won 19 games in the last 2 years. That's pretty good. Before I give you a win total, though, as an Indiana grad, I got to ask Jacob, as the Hoosiers beat Miami in the Natty, crushed Alabama in the Rose Bowl, beat Oregon twice, won the Big Ten championship. You're putting a picture of a game in September against Illinois on your wall? That's what you chose?
To be fair, I bought this like 2 weeks after the game and hung it up mid-season, and then they just continued to top it and top it and top it. So yeah, I might be due for an upgrade, but I didn't know that they were going to have 8 other performances better than the beatdown they handed to Illinois. In my defense,
I think that Illinois game is the best one.
At the time, the Illinois seemed like a once in a lifetime blowout. I'll give you that. And who knows what was coming?
This is the best it'll ever get at Indiana for football.
Yeah.
A ranked team that we blew out. What more could they possibly achieve?
Yeah, exactly. I got Illinois at 7 wins through the Nebraska game. So can they win one more at UCLA, home against Iowa, or at Northwestern for the season finale? And I think they can win one of those. I think all those 3 opponents are pretty good, so it might be sketchy. So if they get over this year, I mean, it's by the hook. I'll give them the 8th game if they can come up with a win in those last 3.
So you like them at the over 7.5. By the way, work in silence sometimes, my friends. Oh, dang it, that's not as good.
Whoa!
It also wasn't silent, if you want to be really fair.
I should have muted my mic.
Yeah.
More
while I was typing.
I mean,
that's not bad. Of course, now you can just see my shoulder flailing in the corner of the screen.
Yeah,
like I'm getting some type of Dak Prescott workout, just.
That's also not right. That's not correct. Indiana's not on that schedule.
Oh, dang it.
Nor is Minnesota.
Or Wisconsin or Penn State.
That is still
says Illinois.
Okay, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna be
taking that off the screen.
Yeah, put that up there. Look, I did not proofread it in real time. I was more concerned with the immediacy, and I got to tell you, whenever people talk about AI taking over, I say, look at what it can't do. There are people who are like, it's gonna take out all these jobs, and I'm like, it can't make a schedule, guys. Like,
isn't this like the definition of user error? Like, is that what this is right here?
It's got the yips. Spencer's been gone for a couple weeks.
Whoa! I put the right command in.
Yeah, he's
bad
just
information in, bad information out.
Jeez, that's tough. Yeah, I don't know where was this last year's schedule.
I don't know, but that's terrible. Like that
no, it's not even. Hold on, now no. Now we have to put it back up because this is actually really funny. So I think they played Ohio State at home last year, but they played Oregon on the road in October the year before.
And that Indiana game was in Bloomington, not at home for them.
This is a 3-year composite.
This is also
yeah. What ChatGPT agent did you go like to the first one? Is that like the original ChatGPT you're using?
Yeah.
Hey, no free pub, man. What AI did you use?
I used one that I'm familiar with. That given
clearly not.
How did you get this other? Like, this is perfect.
Is this even accurate?
This is accurate. Yes, the Minnesota one is accurate. Right?
Dude, Minnesota,
Michigan, week 5 in Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Minnesota, Mississippi State is such a random non-conference football game.
It's awesome.
That I would love for Minnesota to beat so that we can go to SEC folks that love to be like, the SEC's depth. It's so much blah, 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 blah. If I hear that one more time, I'm gonna
But isn't
smash a
that
damn window.
combination- Those are two teams that like the conferences don't really claim. Like, are we really claiming Minnesota?
Thank
Does
you.
The SEC really claim
Thank you.
Mississippi State? Let's be real.
But those are the sorts of matchups that the SEC loves to flaunt. And granted,
Only when they win.
Only when they win. Yeah, only when they
you know
win.
what?
Only when they win, of course.
If Isaiah and Michigan can beat Oklahoma and Ohio State can win against Texas, then we just shut them up for good, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Isaiah, don't screw it up. Don't screw
Isaiah,
it up.
are you okay with Dusty May? This show is just completely gone. Are you okay with Dusty May leaving? Like, what's your status, brother?
I'm blessed, number one, but not because of Dusty May leaving, but just because I was about to hit record on a show that was talking about close to nothing. Like, I guess we'll talk about some recruiting things that we haven't even figured out yet. I guess like
An
and then
off
that
season
happened.
show, yeah.
So it was one of those things where it's like I hate this, but I also love this because it makes life easier.
Well,
But I mean,
and I mean, you also just got a national championship out of the guy. We're gonna finish these thoughts when we get back. You just got a national championship out of Dusty May. So how mad can you actually be that he bolted? Because let me tell you, I know I am neutral arbiter of all things college football back there, but I'm just gonna like hypothetically put myself in the shoes of I don't know, an Oregon fan, just as like a random school to pick. If I were an Oregon fan and I'd waited a lifetime or more, seemingly, for a national championship in football, when that one arose, I can assure you, if they went 3-9 and 3-9 the next 2 years, I wouldn't care. I would not care in the slightest. Eventually I'd want him to get back to it and make the climb again. But there's just an element, if Dan Lanning bolted after that for, I don't know, the Kansas City Chiefs job or something, and then whoever they hired went 3-9 the next year, I'd say, well, remember that time they won the national championship? That was cool. Is that how you're feeling, Isaiah?
well, here's the thing that I got to tell you about Michigan fans. They say that until everything, like coming off of Jim Harbaugh and him winning the national championship and leaving, it was kind
controversy
of like,
free, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, that's the great thing is squeaky. Everything was squeaky clean.
Squeaky.
No one's saying anything about it anymore at all. But it's like he leaves and everyone says, you know what? Like we can just go like 6-6 this year. Or who cares? We won the championship. And then the moment they started losing to Texas in week 2, fire everybody. Unacceptable. I hate this program. We haven't won a national championship in at least a couple months. This is absurd. What happened to the program I love? So I think it's probably the same in basketball because I think Michigan fans we're starting to kind of feel like, hey, especially with the in-state rivalry with MSU, I think it's kind of like, hey, we might be surpassing Izzo after just a couple years, right? Like we won a championship, and last one that you won was 25, plus years ago at this point. I think the thing for me that's the hardest is the timing of it, because Michigan fans still were complaining a lot about John Beilein having left in early May in 2019. And then Dusty leaves in mid to late June. And so that leaves you a little bit in the lurch, and it was made even all the worse because I went to an alumni dinner on Monday night, and Trey McKinney's there, and I mean, it looked like not only like his dog died, but it looked like someone kicked his dog repeatedly in the process of said death. So you see that, and you just are like, okay, not a great scenario, but you know what, like. There's a lot of people who in the Michigan fandom are just putting all the blame on Ward Manuel. They don't like hearing me say this because they think like, oh, I'm just going to defend Ward Manuel. But like the truth of it is like it was apparent from the things that came out after the fact, because like no one knew this was happening. Trey McKinney, when I asked him, I said, did you know this was happening? He's like, absolutely not. But that it was a scenario where he didn't want to deal with all of this college nonsense that we talk about on this show every single week. And so
hard to blame him, especially once he won a natty.
And he can go coach Cooper Flag. Like there's worse landing spots.
And he finally gets to coach Morez Johnson Jr. He's been wanting to do that for some time.
Yeah. By the way, Isaiah, just to put a bow on the point that you made, Illinois 7.5 over under.
I got him over. I think they
over.
I think they go 10-2 next year.
10-2. Oh, I picked them to do that last year. They went 8-4.
Yeah,
which wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Ryan, you may wrap this squad in literally whatever direction you want.
That could go so many directions with me. Okay. Well, let me just start for a second to acknowledge the unbelievable content creation run Isaiah's on with Michigan. That's like a content volcano. It's like national title football, blah, Harbaugh leaves, blah, cheating, Stallions, blah, blah, Sharon Moore, blah, Dusty May championship, blah, number one quarterback in the country, Bryce Underwood, blah, like now your coach is leaving to Dallas, blah, like it's like, oh gosh, can I have one of those stories? Can I have one of those things for Locked On Badgers? Like
Ryan, jealousy doesn't look good on
I was about to say the jealousy's oozing. I was like, man, I want one.
Blah, like it's
well, we'll get
run.
Your moment in the sun.
Craig, your mic didn't really pick that up there,
Play it
pal.
again, Craig.
At all? Am I gone?
Yeah, you're good. You're good now. It was just kind of. It sounded like this. Moment in the sun.
I was just gonna say when Luke Fickell gets fired, you'll have all of that.
Yes.
Or exceeds expectations. Either way,
I thought you were going to say extended.
Exceeds
I'd like to welcome
expectations.
back-
That's how we grade 5-year-olds, right? On their report cards.
I'd like to welcome back Paul Christ, by the way. I think that's the move.
He's still out there. Yeah, he's
Still
out
hanging.
there. Still chilling. Give me under on Illinois, by the way. That's where I'll wrap up. I think it's
Under.
hard to Luke Altmyer. I just think that's not as easy as people think it's going to be.
He is indeed. He was quite good. He was quite good. Is Caton Hauser as good? I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Jacob Goins, Locked On Hoosiers. Craig Sheeman, Locked On Big Ten. We had Jay Stevens of Locked On Buckeyes and Trent Condon of Locked On Hawkeyes. Ryan Herring's Locked On Badgers and Isaiah Hull, Locked On Wolverines. I'm Spencer McLaughlin from Locked On wherever. We appreciate everyone listening. We'll see you next time. And until then, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.